I'm live. I'm live from the Gulf, and I'm live streaming on Wendy's iPhone. So that's what it's looking like out here tonight. Is what time is it? About 4:45? I think it's about 4:45. I'm guessing. What time does your thing say? 4:45? Let's see.
5 o'clock.
Is it 5 o'clock? Is it really? Okay, sorry guys, it's 5 o'clock. I was actually live streaming on Jungle Joe C, and it was a complete failure on that channel. So this is what it's looking like here at 5 o'clock here in the North Pacific. We have we had a sunny day, and currently right now it's about 10 degrees Celsius. So that's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and just beautiful. So this is our living room. Cinnamon Gypsy pieces the way. Yes, it is Cinnamon Gypsy. I see a note come across there. First, Pedro, you're always first, dude. Awesome. So anyway, there's looking out through our living room window. That's what we see. It's kind of like we're up in a tree house here. See that, Pedro? Lots of palm trees and lots of exotica. And actually, I'm going to go to show you. Let's go through another window here. I protected the inner crown of the tree fern, so you can probably see it from here. Ah, there you go. Inner crown of the tree fern protected right there. All right, so that's what that's looking like. Anyway, that tree fern got a little burnt up in the summertime, just like a bunch of other plants around here got burnt up. Cinnamon Gypsy's in there, but not on this channel. And now we have nobody watching. So Pedro was first, and then you buggered off. So Pedro, get your fanny perpendicular back in here, and let's talk. Let's chat it up. We'll chat circles around you. Come on in. There's Wendy over there. There's Bendy Wendy over on the... I like saying Bendy Wendy just because it rhymes. She's not really so bendy, but it just rhymes. She used to be more bendy. She's shaking her head. Hey, I'm controlling the live stream here, so I can say what I want, even though this is Wendy's channel. Right? And Bendy Wendy's not a bad name. I like Wendy. It's a good name. Did you know Wendy, the name, came from Peter Pan? It really did. That's what she told me anyway. Didn't you, Wendy? Wendy's looking at real estate. Wendy is always looking at houses in Costa Rica. I keep thinking Costa Mesa because I was in Costa Mesa, California. I went to South Grove Plaza, Costa Mesa. I remember my son went skateboarding there. It's like he skateboarded in all the places you weren't where it said no skateboarding. So it said no skateboarding here, and so I shot a video of him skateboarding over it where he shouldn't have skateboarded. It was kind of fun. Anyway, guys, pop in. I'm gonna hang around for a little bit there. And we'll see if anybody has anything they want to say. If you want to chew the rag and throw your 2 bits worth in here, we can chew the rag and we can chit chat about anything you want, providing it is not going to get us kicked off of YouTube or get Wendy's channel demonetized. I just watched a video, Wendy, on a guy's channel. He has 62 subscribers and he had an ad. So his channel has 62 subscribers and he actually had an ad. So I thought, what's the deal with YouTube, guys?
I
Like,
don't know. Yeah.
and I actually saw in one of Cora's videos a while back, she had an ad on one of hers. So how does that work? Like, I thought in order to get
Well, maybe they don't get paid. They specifically don't get paid, but maybe they're just latching on to videos that seem to have a lot of views and they just put a
yeah,
ad on.
because Jungle Joe C used to get ads on it before it was even monetized. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not even part of AdSense, but then it was, it had ads on it. So I think the kettle stopped boiling. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in there and pour some tea for my wife. My wife and I have a date tonight. So I tell you what I did for my wife today. She's a beautiful lady sitting over there. I made her some Italian. Anyway, I'll talk about Italian sausage later. I made her Italian pasta. And I mean, pasta is Italian. I made her some penne.
He did a good job.
I did a good job. So in that sauce, and I'm going to upload it on Jungle Joe C because that's the random channel with hardly any subscribers on it, hardly any views. I mean, some channels out there on that channel has a lot of views. There's some videos on that channel that have a ton of views. So in that sauce, I put mushrooms. She added some eggplant. She wants some eggplant, so she added some pickled eggplant. I put green olives in there with pimentos. Wendy was cooking some bacon the other day, and in the pan she was cooking the bacon, and there was still some leftover bacon fat. I said, hey, so I wiped most of the fat out, but there was a little bit left in there, so I cut up some leek and mushrooms and sliced some thin sweet potato. And what else did I put in there? I put garlic and then sausage and I put it all in there, and I cooked it up, and I put basil and oregano, and then of course the olives, and then she put some of that eggplant. It's not a bad sauce, eh, babe?
It was good.
Not bad. And then, but I cheated. I used Classico. Okay, I didn't make my own. I used Classico. But when you're using pasta sauce in a jar, and you find the rest, you dump it out into the pasta bowl or whatever, and there's always a bunch of excess sauce left in there you can't get out, kind of stuck to the jar. Pour a bit of wine in there. Pour a bit of wine in the jar, shake it around, and then dump it into the sauce, into your pasta mix there, into the pot, and stir it around. It's really good. I usually add a bay leaf, but I didn't. Anyway, I got to get it in here and pour the tea because Wendy's too comfortable. She didn't finish her pasta. I'll show you the pasta. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The pasta is there. Oh, and that smells good. I might have some more after. Okay, so I'm going to pour some tea for Wendy, and then I'm going to go out into the yard, and I'm going to live stream from the garden before it gets too dark. The sound of boiling water getting poured into a cup. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to get my jacket on. Because it is November, guys. We are in Canada. We are not in the tropics, okay? You should wear a jacket out here. And feel free to come in, guys. Seems like a pretty quiet night out there. It's Friday night. Nobody around it tonight. Okay. Okay, my tea's ready. Let's put that in Wendy's. Okay. So let's go out into the garden and just have a little look-see of what is going down here in our garden. So I didn't cover up the cactus today like I was going to. So let's just have a little look-see around. This is what it's looking like, this part of the world. You see still light out. And oh, I did decide to do that. There's the sable. See that right down there? That's the sable cassiorum. I put a plastic bag over it for some extra heat. And what do you think, folks? Looking pretty jungly down there. Loquat in bloom, loquat flowers. It's beautiful out. We had so much wind last night that the power went out. So I was doing a live stream here, and the minute I said, you know what? I bet you the power's going to go out. Guess what? After I said that, the power went out. Hi, Joe. Hello, Camel. How's it going? The power went out the minute I said that last night, and the power was out here for a few hours last night. We had the Pineapple Express blow through, and yeah, there was a few branches here and there. A couple of branches fell on the cactus patch. We'll show you what she's looking like here, down around the back slope. There's the Sable Cassiorum right there. Hello, Space Banjo's in there. Sable Cassiorum gets a bag on for a little heat. I didn't think I was going to do that this year. I said I wasn't, but you know what? I was down there messing around. Oh, look at the loquat flowers. Lots of loquat flowers. So I decided to throw a bag on it, but this is a big loquat tree, and then there's olive trees down there. There's figs, there's pomegranate, there's guavas. It's a mix mash of everything. Just a mix mash of everything. So anyway, we had a beautiful day here. Haven't been one of your streets. Yeah, you've been away. Where have you been, man? You've been hiding. There's the Butia right there. Parajubea. Let's look at the Parajubea. There's the Parajubea right there, ready for an umbrella to go over top. Patio umbrella is going to sit right on top of in this right here. So I'm going to try to keep it dry for the winter, and we will see what happens. And it's looking pretty good. Pretty good looking palm, that Parajubea. That's the mountain coconut. We also have the what do they call that one? Not the wax. Is it the wax palm? Andean wax palm. That is the Syroxylon. So we have Syroxylon as well. So anyway, so it's light here still in this neck of the woods, right? And time here is just after 5 p.m. Current temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so 10 degrees Celsius here on the southern Gulf Islands. And there's one of my little freaky tikis behind me, right there. And you know what? You guys got palm trees. Put some lights on them. Lighting is actually awesome on palms. You can see how much that thing's grown since she put the lights on there Probably, I don't know when she put the lights on there, 2 years ago. Maybe this is the second year, so it's grown a lot in the trunk. So she's got to add more lights to that one. And she used to have lights. There's a big palm way over there. You can see the top of it. And she had lights on that one, but some of them they burnt out. I think there were rope lights on it. But the video I shot in front of the Chamber of Commerce, it was a very cold morning. Yeah, here it was around 10 degrees or something, like 9, 10 degrees. So not cold. 1C, still not freezing. Here's a pure hybrid. I'm going to show you a true hybrid. Here's a true hybrid palm. Now look at the fronds on this beauty. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? This is a hybrid. Just an absolutely beautiful palm tree. And you know the palms, 1C frost. Yeah, you can have frost at 1. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely have frost at 1. Here's our bellflower. Here's our Brugmansia. And so yeah, no, there was frost on Salt Spring in some of the colder areas, I would imagine, several days ago, because we got down to 3 degrees, but there was no frost here. We were 3 degrees, there was a little bit of a breeze. You get a little bit of a breeze, you're not going to have a problem. But anyway, wasn't too happy about that monkey tree. It looks like these got really, really wet. This one here, so I put them back under the overhang. Little baby monkey tree. And this one here, I got to plant these things. I meant to do that today. So I'm going to have to stick them in the ground. Those are locally grown monkey trees. Anyway, I'm going to go inside. And I'm going to get Wendy her tea. Okay, I'm going to get Wendy her tea. So I'm kind of multitasking here, guys. Let me put this here. Let me put that there. And hopefully this live stream will last a while. So funny thing is today, Wendy thought we had B&B guests checking in, right? But then she realized that those B&B guests are not checking in until the 11th of November. So she got all this baking next Friday. It's Friday here today. And so she cooked all the stuff. She baked all the stuff for the B&B guests. And guess what? They're not here today. So there's the time right there. It's 10 after 5. So that's what we're looking at right there. All right. And we are live streaming from the Southern Gulf Islands of British Columbia. You know, anybody wants to buy a place here, let them know, because you're going to get an established exotic garden. Anyway, we're at the lawyer today getting more stuff stamped, approved. He puts his stamp, his seal of approval on these things. I need to eat crab. I haven't had. Oh, well, we get crab here anytime we want. We just go across the street and you throw a crab trap in the ocean and we get our crab. Or you can go down to Fernwood Dock. It's about a 5-minute drive and we throw it off the dock. Across the street, we just throw it off the breakwater. There's actually a breakwater, and we just throw the crab trap off the breakwater, and you sit around and just enjoy, and you pull in some rock crab. No king crab. No, we're not far enough north for king crab. You got to go way far north for that. Here we have Dungeness and rock crab. You go to Alaska, you're going to get king crab. I've been up to Alaska a few times. I remember one time we pulled up to the dock there, and there was a hatch, like a trap door in the dock, leading right into the ocean, of course. The guy pulls up the trap through the dock, through the trap door in the dock, full of king crab, full of Alaska king crab, and picked out a crab, and then they steamed it right in front of us, and then we sat right on the dock. Coconut crab, yeah, those are the ones in the tropical islands, right? They eat the coconuts, right? So anyway, we had king crab right on the dock in butter. So we had huge Alaska king crab legs dipped it in a kind of a garlic butter sauce. Oh, it was so good. It was awesome. Okay, so I'm going to grab my tea here, and I'm just going to sit back, and I'm going to enjoy. And this is what we're looking at right here, right now, at this time of the day. And I was going to say, folks, but when you go to bed, before you go to bed tomorrow night, Saturday night, make sure to fall back. The time change is happening here. Now, not every province in Canada has a time change, all right? But here in British Columbia, at least in this part of British, there's 3 time zones in BC. I believe there's 3 time zones in British Columbia. Fresh king crab is probably the best thing. Yeah, king crab is good. I also like lobster, but there's no lobster on the West Coast. You guys got that on the East Coast, but Alaska king crab, I've eaten it lots, and they are big. But you know what? You'd like rock crab and Dungeness too. Dungeness crab are beautiful. And in our oceans around here, we have lots of shrimp, lots of prawns, lots of scallops, oysters, mussels, clams, octopus, I mean, there's everything you can get. Anything you want seafood-wise is around here. Red snapper, black cod, salmon, halibut. There's cod too, lobster. Oh yeah, no, there's lobster in Maine. Yeah, Maine, and if you go up to Canada too, you go up to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, probably Newfoundland, all out there, Prince Edward Island. You're going to get lobster. Yeah, lobster's expensive though. Here it is. There, I don't think so expensive because lobster is kind of like the way we have crab here. But you know, crab's still pretty expensive. That's good. I'm drinking.
Nice.
I am drinking mint tea with nettle and mint tea. Anyway, I'm very pleased at the growth rate of these palms behind our house since we had a big tree cut down right there. There used to be a massive tree right there, and in February we had it cut down. So there's the chainsaw trackie down in the middle of those palms there, and you can see all the Fatsias are blooming. And Wendy did a video the other day. And you know what? If you look way in the back there, there's a swamp cypress. Way, way in the back. Swamp cypress down there in the pond. Right? So Wendy did a video yesterday. She uploaded of the variegated Fatsia tree in bloom. We have a lot of variegated Fatsias Wendy's planted around the garden over the years. And some of them are getting pretty big now. They got gigantic leaves. And that's one plant we will not be able to grow where everything is getting more. Yeah, everything is. Prices of food are going up because prices of shipping are going up and prices of gas. It's probably because prices of gas are up. That's why. So everything's going to keep on going up and up and up, and it sucks. So that's the key. We want to get to Costa Rica and start growing our own tropical fruits. That is our plan. And when it happens, it happens. You know, we just got to be patient. We have to be patient. We can't rush things. Take our time. We're getting through the immigration process. Like I said, Wendy and I went to the lawyer today, and he's a lawyer / notary. How tropical does Fatsia look? Super tropical. I'll go show you. I'll go show you one of our Fatsia. Beautiful. We have them all over the place. They look so nice. Let me put my jacket on again. And then I think I'm going to have some taco chips with salsa, Tostitos. Okay, so I'm going to show you a variegated one in bloom. We have probably 24 Fatsia trees on our property. We have them all over the place. Grown a bunch from seed too. So there's some Fatsia trees here. I'm going to show you. I'll go up underneath them. These guys, see these? Up above me, there's a Fatsia tree there. And there's a Fatsia tree there. And these are Fatsias in here, but I'm going to show you a really cool one. Look at that one. See that one right there with the flowers on it behind me? Isn't that a beauty? Wendy shot a video of that yesterday, so let's get a close-up look. Right there, that's variegated Fatsia. And yeah, they look good. And then here's more in front of her art gallery. Look at the fuchsias. These are very frost-tender plant. These do not like frost. But hummingbirds love these, and our garden is full of hummingbirds. They love these fuchsia bushes. This is a big bush full of flowers. They love this weather. So these are Fatsias too. These are all Fatsia plants, and some are a little bit slower than others to bloom, but you can see the blooms coming. And you know what? Hummingbirds love Fatsia. And you know there's another really big one in here. Oh, it's in bloom too. And I'm afraid I might lose a signal if I get over there. Let's see. Let's just see here. I gotta go around this way. Let's have a look. See? Hopefully it's not gonna die, the signal. Right there. There's a Fatsia tree right there in bloom. Isn't that a beauty? That's a variegated one too. They're all through the gardens. So a really nice plant to try, extremely cold hardy. And like I say, they bloom at this time of the year, which is good. See, you can see the kiwis. So you see the kiwi vines. Those are the ones with the round leaves on them. You're just starting to get some yellow color in the foliage right there. And then once it all turns yellow, then it's going to fall off. They're deciduous, and then it's going to expose some more kiwis, right? That's the key. We got to find some more kiwis up there. That heat dome just messed up a lot of stuff and fried the flowers off, which kind of sucked. So I thought about growing kiwis, but really didn't see much of a point. I love kiwis. They're good. very high in vitamin C, more than citrus. So they're good for you. So here's a Fatsia behind me. There's the leaves. Here's the leaves right there. Big tropical leaves. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? They're evergreen and they look good with palm trees. You know, so try a Fatsia japonica. The common name is Japanese Aurelia. These ones are big ones. Look at the size of these guys. These are like 15 feet tall. They're awesome. And like I say, they're all down the on the north side of our house. The nice thing about Fatsia, they will grow in shade. Fatsia japonica can handle shade. Dry shade, which is crazy. There's a Livistona chinensis right there. And there's more Fatsia back here blooming. You can see them. Look at them. Right there and down there. And there's more Fatsia over there. They're like just everywhere. They're just like the easiest thing to grow. So try one. You will not be disappointed. You will love them. So we got 2 watchers in there. I mean, it's kind of a slow night. I did do I did a live stream on Jungle Joe C, and it was absolutely pathetic. I went for 10 minutes and just talked to myself for 10 minutes. A couple of people came in and watched. I could tell there was watchers in there, but nobody wanted to talk. Nobody wanted to talk on Jungle Joe C. So if you guys want to talk, come on in and chat. Sometimes we get a whole bunch of people in here. It's just kind of fun. It's kind of fun doing a live stream when there's a whole bunch of people in there on a Friday night. You see, because we're teetotalers, Wendy and I. We don't really go out too much on a Friday night. I'm surprised. Yeah, you're here, and some guy was here first. Some guy came in here, and he said first. His name was, I think, Pedro. I think his name was Pedro. Yeah. So he came in first, and then he just kind of disappeared. He did that another couple of nights ago, too. He says, first, you have about 5K subs. You'd expect there'd be... Yeah, I don't know how many subs are on this channel. This is Wendy's channel. I don't think there's quite 5,000 subscribers on this channel yet. Is there? What's the subscriber count? It's close to it, I think, though.
It's almost 6,000.
No, it's not 6,000K. No. No. 4,097.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
almost
4.
5,000.
Yeah, almost 5. Yeah, 4,097. There you go. Yeah. So it just depends. I guess some people are maybe out tonight. It's Friday night, and they just don't feel like talking. Like I did a live stream on Banana JSSI just before I left, and you came in, right? You came in, and then I had to shut her down because we had an appointment with the lawyer. So Jane was in there, and Sandor was in there. There was a bunch of people in there. So anyway, I came back from an eye exam today, so I'm not. Oh yeah, no, I've had eye exams are good to do. I've had many eye exams and 2 eye surgeries now. Major eye surgeries I've had. Major. This eye, right there. I can't. It's blurry when I look out of it right now, so I'm closing my right eye. That eye, I had a detached retina. And then in 2012, it would have been April or May, beginning of May 2012, major surgery in it. I was under the knife for an hour. And then 2 years ago, January 2020, it'll be January 2020, I had a new a lens put in that eye. So, but I was only out for, well, I wasn't out actually. They freeze the eye when they do it. It was a 20 to 30 minute surgery, something like that. I have to go off island for that. So I've had laser in that one too. You know, I went from 20/20 vision to messed up vision, which kind of sucks. So, yeah, I think I'd rather lose my hearing than my eyesight. You know that? It's kind of annoying having this eye, though, because this eye, you know, it's, unless I'm that close, it's still pretty blurry. Kind of sucks. But before, I really couldn't see out of it. Then they put the new lens in, and now I can actually see a bit of stuff, but not the greatest. Well, I can see my palms outside. That's all that matters. If I can see palm trees, that's good. If I can't see palm trees, that's not good. So anyway, we've been streaming for just about 25 minutes. I'll hang around a bit because really, I have nothing to do tonight. I'm just chilling with my tea. One of my friends sent me that from Arizona. Isn't that cool? Date palm mug. Is it private health care there? No, James. We have, everybody gets health care here. It's kind of like, what do they call universal health care in Canada, Wendy? Mm-hmm. Everybody. If you come to Canada and you're Canadian, you don't even pay. We don't pay for health care, do we?
Yeah, medical services plan.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we do. But then, your job, you're covered with medical. So
have a sword fight with your dog.
You pay into your medical. But now that you're retired, you're not going to be, so we'll have to pay into medical.
Well, that sucks.
Services
So you pay for health care,
Like
but it's not much.
a monthly. Yeah, I don't know what it would
It's
be.
it's not it's not very much. No. So put it this way: when you go to the doctor, you don't pay. You just show up at the doctor. You know that's the way it is. If you go for a checkup or this and that, there's no paperwork to do. Good to pay. Yeah, we pay monthly, right? Is that what we do?
Yeah, we'll probably have to pay monthly. Well,
I never did with my work because now I'm retired, but I never did with my work because I was fully covered. I had dental, medical, life insurance, extended medical, everything. I was like fully covered because I work for the government. But now that I'm not working, once my job ends at the end of November, I'm on vacation time right now, then I retire, then we got to actually pay. Then we're going to be in reality time and it's going to suck. So we pray we don't get sick because if we get sick, we're screwed. If we get sick, we are screwed, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna.
And we ain't getting any younger. You know what I mean? A dentist. I just went to the dentist the other day, and that was $200, $205 for cleaning. But I'm covered. I'm still covered at work, thank God. So they cover 80% of that. Where we're going to Costa Rica, they have good medical system, don't they?
Yeah, you pay same monthly.
You pay monthly in Costa Rica, but it's still good. It's a good medical system. That's the plan. Costa Rica. Anyway, guys, it's still nice and light out here this far north. There we are. Gulf Islands, nice and light. And I don't know what the time it is now. Costa Rica works. Yes, cheap health care in Costa Rica. It is, isn't it? Cheap health care?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, it's pretty reasonable, Wendy said. Wendy said it's reasonable in Costa Rica. Where is she? There she is over there. She's on the other side of the room. I just survived, don't die. Exactly. Well, you're young. See, we're getting close to death because we're getting old. So our life is coming to an end. I know that sounds kind of morbid and kind of sucks, but seriously, I'm 57 and Wendy's around the same age. So, you know, we don't have much time left. I mean, I could drop dead right now during this live stream, which would be kind of cool. It'd probably go viral. So that'd be good for Wendy, but I would never see that because I would be drop dead. Right? Hey, babe?
Crazy.
Wendy says I'm crazy. Crazy. What you looking at? Real estate?
Yeah.
Wendy's looking at real estate in Costa Rica. That's what she does. Every night, Wendy sits in her chair and she looks at real estate in Costa Rica. That's the plan. That's the plan. So, anyway, we've got more paperwork done at the lawyer today. We're still waiting for our marriage certificate to get back from Honolulu. And once our wedding certificate, Joe, what latitude are you at? I'm at 48 degrees north latitude. 48. This is what it looks like at 48 degrees north latitude, James. Right there. So Vancouver is 49 degrees north latitude. And here on the southern Gulf Islands, we're 48 degrees north latitude. We're just over 100 miles north of Seattle. So as the crow flies, not so far north of Seattle here, right? But we're out in the water, out in the ocean. Vancouver is located to the northeast of our island chain, right? And we're in the same island chain as San Juan Islands. Look at off the coast of Washington State, and you will see the San Juan Islands, and we're in the same archipelago as the San Juans. But so remember, folks, turn the clocks back tomorrow night, and that's what it's looking like. Another shot of what it looks like this far north. It's still light out, looking like that. Still nice and light. What's Costa Rica at? Where we're moving at 9.5 degrees north latitude, where we're going, the town we're looking at. So about 9.5 degrees north of the equator. 9.5 degrees north, yeah. So we're 48. Costa Rica's just north of the equator, way down there. That's the plan anyway. That's where we're planning on going. We got getting things worked out anyway with the immigration process. It takes time and money, but once we get the stamp of approval, we're not going to be too quick to put the house up for sale. We were going to and said, you better wait because then we'd be homeless. We sell this place and we would be homeless. So we want to make sure we have the stamp of approval. Once we get the stamp of approval, then put the house for sale and just do everything step by step. So house goes for sale, we sell it, and then we can move to Costa Rica. And actually, Wendy can buy a house. That's south, way south. Like I said, I can never move north and I can never move east. I can only move south and I can only move west. I can move southwest, but I can't move north. I can't move east, and I cannot move.
Sounds complicated.
It does. I can't move north. I can't move east. That's it. I've always said that. I will only move south, and I will only move west. That's it. That's the way it works for me. So, and there have to be palm trees where I live. If I can't grow palm trees, you know what that tells me? The winters are too cold. So I can never live in a place where palm trees don't grow. I always have to have palm trees around me. And my whole life, there's been palm trees around me. You know that. Like, grew up and born in Vancouver, so there's always been palm trees in Vancouver and in Victoria. So I have to always live near the ocean too. So Costa Rica, Wendy over there is looking at the Pacific side of Costa Rica. She's looking way, way down near Panama. Hey, babe? You're looking near Panama,
Panama.
above Panama.
Above Panama. Yeah.
If you know where Panama is, James, look just above Panama, and you will see where we want to move to. Right? That is the plan. That's the game plan. But there's always a bit of red tape involved when you're moving to a different country. So you're moving from Canada to Costa Rica. There's a lot of red tape involved. You know, you have to make so much a month. We're going as pensionados. We want to be pensioners down there. We're going to be retired like we are here. And then you buy a nice house. And Wendy wants to open up an accommodation like we have here. Wendy's got 2 accommodations here. What do you want down there? 1?
Maybe just one.
The Azores are probably between Europe and America. Europe. The Azores. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be nice. That is an island, right? Aren't those islands the Azores? Isn't that, why am I thinking about, I'm thinking Canary Islands for some reason. I keep thinking the Canary Islands because Canary Islands are a pretty cool place. I think they're near Africa. And one side's kind of desert, one side's kind of tropical. There's like a mountain range that separates each half of the island. Well, we want to go where it's cheap, where we get a lot of bang for our buck. I can still collect my pension, so I'm going to be collecting a government pension because I had a Parks Department job for many years. So collect a pension, and then when I'm 60, we get Canada pension on top of it. Then when I'm 65, there's old age pension if I make it to 65. So you know, income will be coming in, which is nice. So you know, every day I can get up and walk along the beach, which is that really interests me. Waking up in the morning, having a spot of tea, and going for a walk along the beach, you know, and that's what we do in Maui. Yeah, where Ronaldo, the footballer, is from. James Ronaldo. I don't know if I've heard of that guy. What team does he play for? Like Seattle Seahawks? I don't really follow football. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I know some of the players. I'm just not sure what team he plays for. Yeah. And some people are very big sports fans here. Very big sports fans. Wendy over there is a very big sports fan. Wendy's nephew, is it her nephew?
Or my cousins.
Wendy's cousin's son, okay? Wendy's cousin's son is the goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah. Carter Hart.
Carter Hart.
Yeah, Wendy's Man United. Yeah, Man United. Oh, okay. Oh, England. Manchester United. That was my father-in-law's favorite team. He loved Manchester United. You know why? Because he was from Manchester. He was from Manchester. But I don't have any father-in-law now. I have one mother-in-law, and that's it. One mother-in-law. I have a sister-in-law, and I have a wife. There's my wife over there. And just me, myself, and I. So Manchester United, yeah, he was totally into it. When that game was on TV, you couldn't even say a word. He just was so into that game, and he'd be yelling and screaming at the TV screen. He had his big screen TV, yelling at them. Yep, I'm West Ham. Oh, are you? Cool. Well, my mother-in-law is from Liverpool. I don't know if there's any teams in Liverpool. So I'm guessing you're in the UK. You're definitely in the UK. Okay, so you have the Queen on your money. We have the Queen on our money. You have a Prime Minister. We have a Prime Minister. Because I am on the west coast of Canada. And yeah, it's a beautiful place here. But you know what? We're ready to move on. 57 years of living in Canada. Time to move on. Right, Wendy?
Yeah.
We're done with it. We are done with Canada. And I still love Canada, but not the way I used to love it. It's unfortunately the people that are running the show are ruining the country, or maybe have ruined the country. So time to move on and move on to sunnier horizons. What's that? Have you found a house yet?
No, there's just
There's too many houses to see in Costa Rica. There's some beautiful houses in Costa Rica too. Like we want to get like an acre, at least an acre minimum, and so you can grow a lot of fruit trees. Here we have 2 acres, so we have plenty of land around us. It's big enough for us, and it seems bigger than 2 acres. It's just because it's forested, and we have a lot of vegetation here, a lot of vegetation. So how's the weather in England today? I know you guys are 8 hours ahead of us. So today, not too bad, over 10 degrees. Right now it's still around 10 degrees. And it was sunny. And it's still, that's what it's looking like here. Still nice out. Still a beautiful evening here on Salt Spring Island. And I'm just sitting on the couch, you see? That's what I'm doing. I'm just relaxing on the couch, holding Wendy's iPhone. What?
or just the name of a house, Casanoche.
Casanoche. Casanoche. How's that tea?
Oh, I haven't tried it yet.
She hasn't tried her tea. I made her tea like a half hour ago.
Well, it needs to cool.
I could actually lay down on this couch and pretty much do a sleep talking here. I could talk in my sleep into doing this. It's just so comfortable on this couch. Oh, there we go. Now I'm laying down on the couch. See, I'm getting myself really comfortable here doing a live stream. The only thing that's going to fall asleep here is my hand holding up this iPhone. So anyway, how does your gardens grow, guys? You got some good growth happening? I mean, plants are still growing here because it hasn't been that cold. So in November, we still get a lot of growth, even in December, until we get the cold weather. But I'm not seeing any cold weather on the horizon yet. And that usually comes, it can come in December, later in December, into January, and into February too. So even March, I mean, sometimes early March can be pretty ugly here on the Gulf Islands. I've seen it where it's nice in February and you get into early March and you know the saying, March goes in like a lion and comes out like a lamb. Joe, what weather station are you using? I'm using Oregon Scientific. I use Oregon Scientific and I'm going to show you something. They're in Stevenson screens. So can you see that in the distance right there, that white box right down there? That is a Stevenson screen. So I have weather remote sensors in that one. And then we have another Stevenson screen on another part of the property. So I like Oregon Scientific, but you know what? Davis Instruments are awesome too. They're one of the best, Davis Instrument, but I'm happy with my Oregon Scientific. And I do have the remote sensors in a Stevenson screen. So the sun never shines on the sensor, right? You do not want the sun shining on your thermometer or your sensor because it will give you a false reading. So thanks, James. Yeah, always make sure you have your remote sensor in a shaded spot, preferably not against a heated building or a window, and never let the sun touch it because there are people out there, I'm seeing them giving their weather, their temperature readings, and it's like there's no possible way, you know what I mean? Oh, is this and that, and because the sun is hitting their thermometer. Oh, it was 50 degrees Celsius on my sun deck. Well, of course it was. Yeah, your thermometer's in the sun. You know what I mean? We recorded 42.9 degrees Celsius in that Stevenson screen down there. That's at the base. Well, not at the base. It's halfway down a south slope. It was so stinking hot. That was the end of June. And that's in the shade. So it was 109.2 degrees Fahrenheit. It completely fried a lot of plants in our garden. It was not a good thing, man. It was bad. I'd never want to ever see that kind of heat again. It was so disgustingly hot here. Wendy and I, we couldn't get comfortable. We actually went across the street to the beach. Thank God we're walking distance to the beach. Remember that. If somebody wants to buy this place, we are walking distance to the beach. We walk across the street, walk down our driveway, down in through a nature trail, and you're at the beach. Really nice beach, too quiet. It's rare that you'll ever see anybody on that beach. And so anyway, we went down to the beach that day, and it was so nice. It was absolutely beautiful. But it was so stinking hot at the end of June here. It was so hot, 42.9. So it was hard to believe. It was so hard to believe it was that hot. And we walked out our back door and it actually felt like an oven. Like, you know when you're cooking something in the oven, you're baking something, and you open up the door to take a look at that in the oven, and that blast of heat hits you in the face? That's what it was like. We opened up our French doors and we walked out our kitchen doors onto the sun deck, and it was so grossly hot. it felt like we're going to burn. And that's why the leaves, the fronds burnt on the tree fern. Bay leaf trees, they have burn on them. The Fatsia trees, most of the leaves burnt off. The ones in the back completely fried them off. Our kiwi flowers burnt off. It was just horrendous, that heat. I just never seen anything like it. Wasn't it hot, Wendy?
It was hot. Very.
It was the hottest temperature ever recorded here on Salt Spring Island. It was insane in the membrane. So anyway, that was the official temperature. So the official temperature high before that was 38 degrees Celsius. So, and it's funny, I'm looking at the temperature on the Oregon Scientific weather station in the house, and I said to Wendy, "Look at this, man! It's 38 degrees, and the arrow is going up. The arrow is going up. 38 degrees Celsius, and it kept rising and rising and rising. I saw it go to 40, then I saw it go to 41, then 42, and it stopped at 42.9. That is nuts. That is so stinking grossly hot for this area. Yeah, you couldn't get comfortable. That was the thing. You could not get comfortable in that heat. The humidity was very low. I think humidity was maybe 36, maybe 40 degrees, 40% humidity, 36%, maybe
You
40
want to
max.
run an ice cream store?
Salt Spring?
No, in Samara.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to.
Ice cream.
I think when you're there, you don't want to be working.
No.
When you're in, no, it's like the guy, there's this ice cream store in South Kihei on Maui. We had high temp this summer into the low 20s. The first, we had a night. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, James. The low temperature that day was around 28 degrees. Okay, so the high temperature was around 42.9, and the low temperature was around 28 degrees Celsius that night. That's how low it got to. That's how warm it was at night, about 28 degrees Celsius. It was absolutely insane. It was like, it kind of felt like when you get up in the morning in Hawaii, but it was warmer than that. It was warmer than Hawaii here. It was wrong. It was not right. There was something wrong about that. It was actually kind of scary. Almost felt like the world was coming to an end. That's how hot it was. And so there was hot spots, and most places on Salt Spring were that hot. I went for a motorbike ride. It wasn't that day, but it was the day before and the day after, because it was hot the day after too, and the day before. And when I go for a motorbike ride, I like to cool down a little bit. It's kind of a cool down because you got the cool breeze. How can you sleep? You can't. It was we couldn't sleep, man. We had fan going. We don't have air conditioning, so Wendy and I had the fan going, blowing hot air around the room. We had two fans going actually. Say hi. She had the.
Hi.
She had the.
Oh, we had, yeah.
It was.
It was
We had
very-
fans going. We've had fans going for months on end here, so it was that grossly hot. But you know what? We couldn't get comfortable, no matter what we did. The only place I could really get comfortable was in our basement. We have this rock cellar slash basement, and it's actually rock. The floor is rock. There's big rock in there because our house is built on a rock. And you go in there, and it was probably about 15 degrees cooler. And I was almost ready to set up a bed in there, but I didn't. I don't know if I could get comfortable in there, but I should have. It felt actually good there. So I hung out in there for a bit, and then I came upstairs to go to bed. And it was just like, man, I wanted that heat to end. I don't know how anybody likes heat like that. So when we're in Costa Rica, we will have air conditioning, right? Air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's hot in Costa Rica too. It's pretty hot in Costa Rica, but we will have air conditioning. So I'm not really going to worry about it. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So when the time comes, we'll go. We'll get her done. We'll get her done. So generally our climate is pretty stable, consistent temperatures. There's no real extremes here, just like England. Although Salt Spring can get pretty warm. I mean, we do grow commercial figs and commercial olives here on Salt Spring. We also have lots of commercial vineyards. So we do get sufficient heat units here. And we do get hotter than Vancouver. Believe it or not, even though we're an island, it's this Mediterranean type microclimate we have here. So we can get pretty warm at times. And we're drier than Vancouver too. So we grow commercial olives, commercial figs, and commercial grapes for wine. There's some nice vineyards here. We have a brewery, and we have two cideries too, two apple cideries. And they make pear and peach cider as well. So it's a very interesting Island. And a lot of things I will miss about Salt Spring. British houses can't take the heat, only good with. Oh, that's interesting, eh? Okay, so this house here, um, yeah, it's insulated well. It's 2x6 construction, but for that heat, you need an air conditioner. And it's like if we were to stay here, I think we'd probably invest in one, wouldn't we?
In what?
An air conditioner, like a little portable air conditioner
In Costa Rica?
here. Like if we were to
Here?
stay here,
Oh, I guess if it was gonna end up where it was gonna be that hot.
yeah, it was. We don't have an air conditioner,
I
but
don't
in,
know if it would be that hot every
no, but in Costa Rica, pretty much every house you buy has an air conditioner in it. So here people do have air conditioners, but most people here have heat pumps or heat exchange. And a heat exchange, it takes the air from outside and it makes it cool. And in the wintertime, vice versa, it takes the cold air outside and makes it warm. So, having a fan is fine, but the problem is with a fan with hot weather like that, it just kind of blows the heat around in your room. So,
I still like this house. I think I showed you it before.
Wendy's looking at a house. She's got her house
And you
eyes.
went, oh, it's different levels, but it has an elevator in it.
Wendy's looking at a house with an elevator in
But
it.
it has B&B potential.
Wendy's looking at a house with B&B
You got a view of the
potential.
beach too, and you can walk to the beach.
Can walk to the beach. Okay, that's a cool place. Wendy's looking
Minute walk to the beach.
2-minute walk to the beach. So Wendy's looking at a house, a 2-minute walk to the beach. So, well, let's get through this paperwork, get our stamp of approval, and we'll be on our way. We will seriously be on our way once we sell this house. Hopefully it sells quick. Right, Kahu? Kahu. Anyway, thanks for joining in the live stream, guys. This is kind of fun. It's amazing how hot this phone is getting. It's hot. I'm holding it in my right hand and it's cooking. Dog wants up. Dog wants up. There's our little puppy dog. So, anyway, I'm very comfy. I could probably fall asleep on this couch. And I think I need dessert. The only thing I have for dessert is a popsicle and some. Wendy made some brownies for the guests that did not show up because they're not supposed to show up. Wendy's expecting B&B guests
A
today.
week ahead of time. Oh my God.
It's kind of like the guy that checks in a week ahead of time.
We had a guy do that.
We had a guy show up one night and he says he's checking into our B&B. So Wendy looks at him and says, well, you're not supposed to check in until next week. So he had to leave, then he came back. And then he ended up checking out early. He ended up checking out a day early. So Wendy here is expecting B&B guests today. So she bakes all the stuff today. She bakes all this stuff for them. Gluten-free this and that and the other. And she gets the room ready. And, she checked, how many tattoos do you have? How many tattoos do I have? I have a lot of tattoos. Hey, Wendy, how many? There's a palm tree. I have a lot of palm tree. The palm tree right there's a palm tree. Lots of tattoos. I don't know. 30? Maybe? I don't know. 30 tattoos, I guess. Well, I got them on this arm too, and I got them on these arms too. I got a lot of tattoos. I got them on my back, on my leg. Wendy's got tattoos as well. She's all tattooed up. That girl over there is tattooed up too. She actually did them on herself. They're actually really nice ones up her leg. She's got them up. Do you have them one leg or two legs? She's got 2 legs. And she's got one on the back of her neck. She's got one on the back. She got that one in Waikiki. She's got a kanji. Kanji. How do you say that? Kanji. It's Japanese writing. Kanji. Kanji. I think that's what it's called. She's got one on the back of her neck. Sailor. Yeah, that's a Sailor Jerry tat. Right there. Right there. Sailor Jerry with a banana. Right there. And that's Sailor Jerry too. See that monkey? Dear Wendy, thank you for your message. Caldwell and Banker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there is a Sailor Jerry tattoo right. Where is it? Where's my monkey? The monkey. There says aloha. Sailor Jerry tattoo. Yeah, gotta love Sailor Jerry. And actually, we went to Sailor Jerry's tattoo shop in Honolulu. We went to it is in Chinatown on Hotel Street, and it's called Old Ironside. So Wendy and I shot videos. There's actually videos on my channel of Sailor Jerry's tattoo shop in Honolulu. And the guy gave us a tour of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the only time, James, we drink Sailor Jerry spiced rum is at Christmas time with eggnog. So I'm not a big drinker, but that time of the year, it's nice to have a spiced rum with eggnog. So
Now I want eggnog.
now Wendy wants eggnog, but I don't think there's any eggnog available at the store.
Not this time of
We
year.
actually Pirates
yet
of the Pacific.
staying on
Pirates
it.
of the Pacific Northwest, yes. Well, Wendy's legs, her tattoos are upper, and they are of flowers and trees and stuff like that, right? Stealing palm trees near you. Stealing, pirates stealing palm trees. Well, people do steal palm trees up this way. They do. Yeah, try it. So spiced rum, Sailor Jerry spiced rum. Hey, go to YouTube sometime and watch the Netflix, or not Netflix, the YouTube documentary on Sailor Jerry. Sailor Jerry documentary. It is awesome. And one of the guys that worked for him is doing the talking. But you should watch it. It's Sailor Jerry's. He was like an amazing tattoo artist. That's what made Sailor Jerry famous, right? He moved to Honolulu in the 1900s, early 1900s. The only palm trees I've stolen are seedlings growing in the wild. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've never stolen any palm trees either. I don't need to steal them. I grow too many.
You give them.
I give them away. When people come to visit our garden, I give them seedlings. So what are you bringing me?
Nothing.
Did you hear that? She's bringing me nothing.
Nothing.
How about a
I
popsicle?
just stood up.
She just stood up. I thought maybe she's getting to get me something, but she just stood up. She just stood me up.
You want like a brownie?
Wendy made some brownies. As long as there's nothing bad in the brownies. So anyway, look at that tattoo right there. That's a Sailor Jerry tattoo. And that's a hibiscus where his butt is. Actually, Sailor Jerry did have a monkey. And that's a Sailor Jerry monkey tattoo, right? And there's a Sailor Jerry skull right there. Sailor Jerry skull. And here's the Hawaiian Islands. Hawaiian Islands, better not. I want be. Yeah, no, they're not. They're good brownies. I just had some mint tea. It was really good. No, the brownies are quite good, but the only thing is they're gluten free, and I'm not a gluten free guy. I mean, I can eat anything. I don't know. I find gluten free things are kind of crumbly.
These are good. They're chewy.
Okay, let's. Okay, there we go.
They're chewy.
Okay, there's a gluten free brownie.
They're really good.
Cosmic brownies. You know they're made of cosmic brownie cereal? Well, I tell you what she put in these ones. White chocolate on top.
They're good.
I'm surprised. That's good. Generally, I do not like those gluten-free ones. These are really chewy. I better sit up. You guys, if you guys were here, I'd give you a brownie. She actually baked these for B&B guests. Okay, so it's starting to get dark now. See that? That's what it's looking like here now. 48 degrees north latitude, guys. That's what it looks like. All right. So we still got some lightness, some light out there. Those are really good. How's your tea? Well, we'll see if any other people come in here. It's very quiet. We've got James, we got Camel. Suddenly it was happening. I guess we're all just a TV. I got. Oh, you did get. Oh, gluten free. I think my daughter is starting to see. Time here is. I don't know what time it is. It's probably. What time is it? 5:30.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. 6 o'clock.
Almost.
Almost 6 o'clock, and that's what it looks like here now. Okay? So starting to get dark. It's dark there, yeah. So this far north, it looks like this. Not so dark. You can still see what I'm doing out there. Good brownie. I'm liking that. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I need a popsicle to finish that off. So, I guess you guys changed the clocks back in England too, right? Because we have to change the clocks back here Saturday night, time change. And it's kind of a pain, but it does give you an extra hour of sleep. Hey, Wendy?
See ya. Yeah.
Give you an extra hour of sleep, which doesn't matter to me because I'm not working anymore. I don't care how much extra hour I get. Shrimp allergy. Oh, you outgrew it, thankfully.
Oh, look up that.
What's that?
This very cool place in Casilla.
I love shrimp. I like shrimp on pizza. I like shrimp even in pasta. It's good. Shrimp is awesome. So, okay, so you guys go back an hour too, eh, James? So we go back an hour tomorrow night, Saturday night before I go to bed, click the clocks back an hour. And then it's going to get dark really early. And is it going to be lighter in the morning? I think maybe that's the way it works, lighter in the morning. But they're talking about doing away with the time change here. They actually are talking about, they've been talking about it for a while, getting rid of the time change here in our part of British Columbia. So if I'm correct, British Columbia has 3 different time zones. British Columbia is a very big province, okay? We have, we're coastal time, Pacific Coast time. So where we live, we're the same time zone as Los Angeles. And then if you go east of us, then there's Mountain Time Zone, which is 1 hour ahead of us. So if you go to eastern part of British Columbia, southeastern BC is 1 hour ahead of us. And then if you go to northern BC, up near Alaska, I think they are, I think they might be an hour behind us. You have to Google that. How many time zones are in British Columbia? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there might be 3 time zones in British Columbia. People don't realize how big British Columbia is. It's 2.5 times bigger than Texas. It's about 2.5 times bigger than the state of Texas. British Columbia is massive. It is a massive province, and it's not even the biggest province, right? So, yeah, it's up there. Complicated. Yeah, too complicated. Way too complicated. So, I wish they would do away with the time change because now I got to change every single freaking clock in the house, right? Every single clock in the house I have to change. And we have a lot of clocks, unless Wendy's got rid of some. We've been downsizing stuff, getting rid of a lot of things. So maybe there's less clocks to change,
Yeah.
right? So anyway, I guess I'll go for maybe an hour. We'll go for an hour this live stream. This is her channel. Check out her channel, sub to her channel, check out her videos. She's got lots of videos on here, lots of random stuff. It's not just all about gardening, but you know, she does put a lot of gardening stuff on there too. I think there's a lot of Hawaii videos on here, and hopefully soon to be Costa Rica videos when we can get our heinies out of Canada. That is the plan. Get out of Canada and start shooting videos in Costa Rica. That's going to be fun. So it's going to be a whole different ball game. The clock in my car. I used to do that in my truck, James, but I actually changed it now. So which tomorrow, oh, actually tomorrow my youngest son's coming out. That's going to be exciting. So my son will come out and I don't know, maybe I'll do a live stream of my son's here just so you can say hi to him. Yeah. My youngest son is 21 and him and his girlfriend are going to come out from, they live in Victoria. They live in southern Vancouver Island, which is not that far from here. My oldest son I chatted with today. Was it today? Yeah, today on the internet. So he's up in Nanaimo. He moved to Nanaimo. So anyway, and then my daughter lives in Duncan. That channel will be called Samara Coast Rock. Samara Coast Rock. Hey, I probably because you're watching. Oh, Wendy's watching the internet, so a minute left. And hopefully the stream doesn't die on me. And then I'm going to sign off for the night and thank everybody for joining in here for this live stream. There was not a whole lot of people in here. There's only two people, actually 3 people came in. One guy right from the beginning, but then he took off. So anyway, James and Camel, thanks for joining in. And take care. And I'll do another live stream, maybe on Banana JSSI tomorrow, something like that. Or maybe I'll do one on this one tomorrow when my son is over, and then you can meet my son, Trevor. See you later. Take care, Camel, and see you, James. And yeah, my son's got a YouTube channel, my youngest son, Blue Naughty. BLUE separation NOTTI. Blue Naughty. He does hip hop. He's a singer. So he does singing on his channel. All right. Anyway, we are just about at 1 hour. I'm going to make it an hour even. And then I'm going to pull the plug on Wendy's iPhone before it burns my hand because it is getting hot. It's weird how these iPhones heat up.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's really hot. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, we've gone over an hour now. It's good. See you guys later. Cheers and aloha from Gulf Islands. That's what it's looking like right now. All right. So it's starting to get dark out here. Cheers.
Wow.